Hey everybody, welcome back. Today we're doing an episode in our legendary Queek campaign on Mortal Empires. We got punked last episode. I forgot we could have hired that extra lord and gotten the recruitment costs and stuff like that. Yeah, I know. I tried to get it, guys. They're like, go get this. I could slaughter these dwarves open field, but we're in timeout for a little bit, so we gotta rush back down here.
Untrusted worm, poison after.
Pesky dwarfs. That's not worth right now. Public order's okay. I mean, we'll buy something there just so we get the cash. We'll go ahead and buy this. We can always sell it later. It'll pay for itself in like 2 turns.
Watch your back, tail. A stiff tail.
Alright, so we want to go ahead and hire the big ticket stuff if we can.
Guide us, haunted one.
Big ticket stuff, and then we'll hire the storm vermin and all of that. Okay, and we need to go ahead and switch this over to local recruitment. We'll hire the storm vermin once Queek comes out. And we'll use our earthquake next time. So, like I said, I like to go for good fights. It's a lot of fun, but we're gonna have to tighten up here for a second. We got away with it at Zorn. We had an epic, heroic fight. It was amazing. It was great. I don't win every fight, always. I win a lot of them. I'd say I win over 90%. Well over 90%. But occasionally in these campaigns, because I don't abuse systems, because I actually look for and seek out tough fights, that's going to happen every now and then. But I think we can recover. We can recover for sure.
You come before greatness.
The goddess, you come to speak to the void.
Nekara rises from the sands.
Oh, that's I thought that, okay, it's not Archon, it's just a random guy.
The frost smiles. The creator.
Okay, that's fine. Zorn. Okay, so do we want to... I'm not sure if we're gonna... We are getting 5,000 per turn, so we might be able to hire to upgrade this stuff. What do we really want with this, though? Then we can upgrade it. We don't... It's kind of insulated, so we don't really need the fortified entries, I don't think. So we could just hold on to it. I mean, so that's 150, so that's basically like 250 per turn. So that'll pay for itself in 40 turns. Skeptical. I'm skeptical of this. We could go ahead and grab... I think we need to wait a turn and just grab these. That's 10,000 gold, though. I really, really want a Plague Priest. That would make so much of a difference if I had that Plague Priest. That does give public order, and it unlocks virulent plans. Plague monks. Plague monks aren't amazing against dwarfs. They just don't have enough armor piercing. I had the right composition. I just needed magic, and I just needed some better tactics, I think. Just really not even better tactics, just better micro there, and I think I could have had it. As I didn't charge cycle the that extra 10 leadership would be massive also. 10 armor for clan. Well, that's clan rats though. I'm gonna be doing storm vermin with my main with Queek. Okay, I think that's all good. Death Gorge is kind of having some problems here. I could upgrade it. There's a chance the dwarves just come down and take it though, which is not a huge deal. I mean, whatever. If they do, it's just a level 1. We can just take it back. It's not a huge problem. Can spread a plague too. If I would have just waited on having the towers, the raid towers, and if I would have used the earthquake, then we definitely would have had it. Just being too greedy, too arrogant. It's good. It's good to get smacked for that every now and then, right? We don't want to get too full of ourselves. It's good to have a bit of humility every now and then. Keep us in line. Keep the campaign fresh. You know, if we just bulldoze through it every time with no adversity, then it wouldn't be as fun. Oh, are they actually gonna like beeline straight for me right now? Is that what's going on now that I lost a fight? They're gonna be like, alright, here we go. Let's go, boys. Where is this going on? I don't know, whatever. He's not raiding me anymore though, so that's fine. Business. I'm not a huge fan of that. If they come straight at me, that's... It's not gonna be good. I want 4 plague catapults, I think, and then 6 or 7 rat ogres, and then just like all storm vermin. Okay, I'm gonna stay up here and keep an eye on these guys. Well, I need to replenish also. I need to keep an eye and see where these guys are going.
Many kills today.
Oh yeah, we need to... Can we afford this? Okay. Warlock Engineer would give us Warp Lightning, I think. We can get Warp Lightning pretty early on with him. Only costs 7,500. What else can we get with that? We can get Warp Fire Thrower. With this, that'd be 1150 total. It's not good against dwarves. They have too much armor. And they have... so not only does this have pretty poor armor piercing, but it also does magical damage. And dwarves have like 25% innate magic resist, so... Not amazing. We can go ahead and grab an obsidian chest. And then, I mean, I do want to upgrade this. lightning cannons are not as good as the plague claw against dwarves. And in sieges. That's 10,000. Can I afford that? That's going to take 7 turns. I think I have to be able to afford it. I mean, I really, really need a plague priest. They're huge. Like, I cannot overstate how powerful those are.
I lead.
Okay, let's...
Bring me n you are brave to come here.
Welcome to my kingdom.
They're not going to deal with me, I don't think, because I'm seen as being really weak right now.
The court of a king.
Okay. Dwarfs, we will get our sweet revenge on you. Yeah, they're beelining for me. Pretty sure. So they're going to grab Death Gorge, most likely. We should have enough units by the time they get down here. It's going to take them like 4 turns to get down here. I should have Queek back by then.
Our clan will rise.
I can wait a little bit longer before I destroy this. This would give me 300 gold. How long on Queek? I think he's like 2 or 3 turns.
I'm not content.
I did lose. I don't remember if I lost Queek, but I lost a couple of major armies in the main campaign, and we made it. So it's not like the campaign's over by any means, because we already have 2 secured provinces. We have pretty good income, and it's just that one, you know, faction that's coming at us right now. So, you know, it's doable. It's definitely doable. There's not a reason to upgrade these, I don't think. As I said before, public order's fine. Yeah, it's all good.
What's your
How am I even getting 5,000 per turn? Trade taxes. Just free background income. Okay.
what's told?
I will not disgrace my ancestors.
We're waiting to hire the Storm Vermin with Queek because they only take 1 turn instead of 2. And he gets a lot of chevrons on him, at least some chevrons, so. Alright, so they're almost certainly going to burn this next turn. Sure. It's fine. Yeah, we can meet that. Those guys have non-aggro with us, so don't like certain treaties that we have, but it's not a huge deal.
Address me as greetings, creature. Submit to what do you want, creature of Sahmet? No!
I'm looking food-wise. Looking bad. Looking bad. What are we at percentage? We're at 34%. Negative 10 leadership. Yeah, it's real bad. It's gonna cost so much money if we have to start eating stuff, though. That's way too much gold. We can't deal with that.
Our clan will rise.
We've got to get that higher.
The doom is coming. Time to eat, leaders.
Time to eat, leaders. Yeah. It's about that time. Best start eating people. Okay, can we get Queek back yet?
Skaven warlord.
That one more turn. We're still just going to keep him up here to keep an eye on them, I think, for now. We'll rotate him down here in a second. If I get one of these 4 province places, once you get the thing, like the little weapon shacks level 2, you get an extra recruitment capacity. So I could start hiring, you know, like 7 storm vermin on a turn if I wanted to. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, so I was basically put in the penalty box for about 10 turns, and it taxed me like maybe 20,000 gold losing that battle to buy everything back. Wait, why is
Betrayal strong.
why is this having public order problems? Corruption, food, taxes, difficulty. Huh.
What? Horned one command.
I thought we had the public order under control.
We must spread our own corruption.
I guess not.
Most masterful of masters. It beats his mine. Mine.
I don't know if we're going to have enough time for effective recipes. But next turn, we're going to be able to complete that quest, actually, which is pretty nice. So I guess there's an upside. Well, actually, no, we're not. We can wait and get the... How much extra gold do we get for that? 1,500. That warp shard armor. Minus 18 armor. It's not a huge deal against dwarves, but I don't know. Do I want to delay my Plague Priest by a turn in order to complete that quest? I could get food by killing all of them in that quest, which is nice. I think I do. I wait a turn, and then I can kill them, get some food. Yeah, so we're about to run into some serious food issues here. I mean, I could raid my own territory. I think that you get no money, though. Yeah. That's too much money to give up. So, like, in a cheap territory like this one, in theory, you could raid your own territory and then put it... I guess if you had the whole province and it was, like, really underdeveloped, you could put out exploitative planning and then raid your own territory and then kill the rebellion to generate a lot of food. You get 5 from the exploitative. And the raiding and then killing for the food would give you probably at least another 5.
More head skulls.
Alright, so that should be fine. How much was it? It was 31,324. So random. 30. Okay, so that's gonna be too much. Can we do that? 31. Okay, so I can wait 1 turn on that in order to get this cash. Okay, so they just sacked and occupied. Okay, we can go home then with him. Is that by the start of a turn? Okay, so we'll wait a turn, and then we can complete that. We'll get 1,500 more, and then we can do that quest battle, fight, get some food, and that'll delay our Plague Priest by a turn, but whatever. It's fine. I might actually want to delay by a couple of turns, honestly, just so we can finish this, depending on how many turns this is going to take. I think this should only take like 4 or 5 turns. Might take 5. But getting 2 levels by waiting 2 turns is really nice. It's like winning 2 or 3 battles. And we're going to have to sit here and hire up some more stuff anyway, so I think that's fine. Still just chilling. So we're not going to have a rebellion just quite yet, but almost. Alright. Okay, it looks like some of the chaos things are already on the loose. I mean, I'd say already. It's probably like turn 40 or 50. It just feels like it's not that long, but I've had to sit around and wait several turns for various things. Without a ton of fighting. Okay, good. We got that. I mean, dropping 18 armor is still pretty big, even though... I'm not sure if we can beat them or not. I think it's a pretty hard battle from what I remember. It's not, like, ridiculously hard, but... 500 teleport. Yeah, this guy's, like, beelining straight for me. Yeah, we gotta fight them first.
Keep graceless scum away. Grand Moors.
Get that. We should be able to beat them, I think.
I refuse.
I would definitely like to have some more rat ogres, but they take 2 turns to hire. These only take 1. So I think we'll go with this. That'll give us 16. If they step on our territory, we're going to have a lot of menace from below also. So we're going to fight a rebellion, we're going to fight menace from below, or we're going to fight these guys, and then we're going to fight that quest battle all here pretty soon. We might drop this in here just to give our rat ogres a little extra fight. So we'll wait until they come on us, and then we'll probably use this. I don't think there are any extra Skaven around here. Certainly not in the next 30 turns. This is pretty cheap. It's only 13/13 for basically like 3 buffs on our rat ogres that are pretty decent. Okay, so we got that covered. Let's go ahead and grab this. Our plague priests are a couple of turns, right? I think the storm vermin with halberds are just going to be better for us than the plague priests are right now. You get all these extra chevrons, and they just have nice, not super great melee defense, but it's better than, I think it's better. I mean, let me look and see. Is it better than these guys with shields? They have 28. These guys have 30 base. Yeah, I think that's a little bit better. They do armor-piercing damage. They have 90 armor, too, which is a lot better than, you know, 25 armor. And Queek gets 50% off the upkeep on them, as well as the clan rats, so. These guys kind of let me down in the past, but. Now our normal, let me look and see just how much. These guys have higher melee defense, the normal ones. 36-36, which is pretty massive, actually. That's 52 combat effectiveness, that's 72. 34 weapon, yeah, I mean, these are way better. If it's not against large. It's expensive for that, but that does give us ingenious plans. Where are ingenious plans? Oh, they're way over here. Okay. Volatile plans first. What's a weapon burrow? Virulent. Oh, it's probably this. Yeah. Now, Deathglow Bombardiers are pretty good against dwarves, but those are really high tech. You have 7,000 here. I should be able to afford that, I think. I mean, and that does give me an engineer. Sure, why not? Let's get it. And that'll let me hire normal storm vermin, too, if I want to, from this place. Which seem to be a lot better than the halberds. I mean, they lowered the stat on halberds, I think, because now they normalize their attack speed. That was like a hidden thing that was really bad about halberds in Warhammer 1 is they had like a 5-point something cooldown per attack interval, as they called it, and like normal, like people with sword and shield, I think had like a 3.6 or something. But now they all have the same attack interval. These just have much lower melee defense and melee attack unless they're attacking large units. So they really want these to be units that you specifically get against large. Now there are other factions where the halberds have really high defense, but they've moved away from that. So before, halberds used to give like great defense and just had a little bit less melee attack, but it was just, they were a lot worse because of the attack interval. So in exchange, you know, like I just said, they lowered the melee defense, melee attack, all of the stats you can see, they lowered them in exchange for normalizing the attack interval. So these are pretty good against large, but I really need these normal ones for not so large units. Now it is annoying to level both of these up because I'm not going to be able probably to get this. Maybe as the last thing I could get this, but I do want a Warlock Engineer. These are actually pretty decent. Suppose I could get rid of the Obsidian and grab a Weapons Bar, grab one of these if I wanted to. For Warp Fire Throwers.
Queek.
It's already turned 38. Okay. What do I want over here? I mean, the game is going to drag on for another 100 turns. Maybe I just go ahead and buy this, even though it's not cost efficient right now. Like, since I lost that army and I got to sit there and get an extra 30,000 gold just sitting, goofing around. Maybe I should just go ahead and just get it, whatever. I'm not going to spend that money anytime soon, probably. So I might as well invest it.
You're in my optics. Now they'll see.
Still don't need to build anything here, I don't think.
Targets.
Well, it says take any action to complete that one quest with the Gouger.
Thief in the night.
I think just joining this army, though, will do it.
What now?
Okay, what else? There's gonna be a rebellion, sure. If they siege me immediately, it'll stop me from hiring, but I'll also get to use my garrison. Yeah, Storm Vermin with halberds are a little bit worse than I thought they were. But that extra, like, ton of armor is nice. Alright, so we're gonna get a couple of good fights here. Really like those pastures, but I need to go get Carrick 8 Peaks. These guys are just some punks, man. They are injured, though. They are not replenishing very much.
8 beats is mine. Mine. Kill no first.
Alright, so this should be an... What? Really? They're gonna make me fight this? Are y'all trolling? You think you have a prayer? Y'all think you have a prayer? Well, I can't take that many casualties, so we're gonna have to fight it. Okay. I mean, one thing halberds are good against are large units. Surprise, surprise, halberds are good against large units. So... you know, I'm going to tear those rat ogres up. That's really their only thing they have are these rat ogres. How on earth did they think that's even remotely close? I have no idea. Whatever.
Play for catapult. Storm vermin. Gouger ready.
Wow, seriously, they sidestepped all of that? Y'all were trolling. What the hell? Are y'all serious? So now they've learned how to dodge artillery? I mean, I guess that's pretty good from an AI perspective. Like, they are getting a lot better at that than they used to be. There we go. Now we're talking. Ooh, man. That was close. That was a barn burner. Close stuff. Yeah, kill the Lord. Hold fire. Hold fire. Benny Hill music. It's hard to click on him. Whatever. We'll kill him next. We'll chase him down and kill him again next turn. And I think we're healthy enough to... I think we can do the quest battle. I mean, maybe I should have one more turn of hiring before I do the quest battle, but... I would like to have 3 more rat ogres. Let's see how we do here. How we look on time?
My win. Nothing to do. Enslave. Queek master owner.
What did I get? Oh, opal.
Swell the hordes of Moors. Sacrifice to the 13.
Go for the food.
Yes, maybe stronger. I say, move, move. This is mine.
+2 public order would be nice. Ambush chance is very nice, but getting extra chevrons on the storm vermin is very nice too.
Claymores. Kill, slay, maim. Battle fight, yes. Scurry away, please. Queek merciful. Yes. Slaves work, then die. Enslave. Queek master owner. More Queek. Mighty warrior champion. Drechi Seklik.
It was violent rise to power, I think. I'll just grab all that stuff, and now we need to probably get down here and start going for whip smart. And feared and respected. We'll probably do 2 points in feared and respected, and then we'll go over to rally and whip smart.
What now?
So do I want to do? I think I need to chill for like 2 turns and just get more rat ogres.
Clan Moors.
6 rat ogres. Could do 1 more plague cough. 5 seems like a lot, but if we're gonna be sieging, like, that is so huge against dwarves. Against almost anybody, plague claws are just really sweet. Now they are very expensive for, you know, a Skaven unit, but this will give me 7. Let's do 1 more storm vermin, I suppose. 6 is probably a good number. You don't want too many of these because, you know, if you don't charge cycle them, like, they're not that great in sieges. They're okay, but you don't want too many because they are very vulnerable. You want to make sure you have I usually like to have at least a 7-unit front line, and then have like 6 or 7 flankers, and then, you know, 6 or 7 sort of just utility, do whatever you want kind of stuff. Oh, I need to put the assassin in here. Okay, that makes sense. Let's do that. And okay, cool. Maintain 18 units total. Okay, Dwarf Gouger. Now, actually, we're going to have to bring in... I forgot about this. We're going to have to bring in a couple of turns, an engineer and a plague priest. So that's going to be 2 more units. This will give us 19. So we're waiting 2 turns on those, 3 turns on those anyways. We might as well wait. If we're waiting 2 turns, we might as well wait 3 and then just get the heroes. Just make sure we're loaded up and ready to go. We learned our lesson. We do not want to be too hasty, too arrogant. So we're going to chill, This will give us 6 flankers, 6 unit front line, 4 heroes, and 4 Plague Claw catapults. That seems pretty legit to me. After we get that, then we'll do the quest, and then we'll start enacting our vengeance.
Keep Gracia scum away.
We might be able to come over here and just kill them after we get these, and then we'll wait 2 more turns. Wouldn't mind taking this territory, but, you know.
Where's my
We'll just keep an eye on them up here.
Recon.
Diabolical.
That was a huge waste of gold, by the way. Like, I didn't realize we would slaughter the dwarves that far down south. I thought we'd have something a bit more akin to what happened last episode when we fought the dwarves. Like, not lose, but be a lot closer and a lot more dangerous than it was. Okay. It's like I said, dwarves open field, massacre them, no problem, as Skaven, like no problem at all, because I can flank. But the problem is, like, on sieges, that Skaven just do not have good sieging. You can bust down the door, but they don't have like infantry superiority units. Like, their storm vermin are very weak compared to other units, so you can't just like bust down the front door and just run in and beat them down, you know. And those towers probably killed like half of my army, honestly, again in that dwarf siege. And the quarrelers, like, the dwarves are probably the best faction in the game at sieging. They're very close because they have huge defense, huge offense. Their biggest weakness is mobility. Guess what? Mobility doesn't matter that much in a siege. And they have really, really good missile infantry, missile superiority infantry, because they have huge armor and shields, and they can just sit up on top of the barracks and fire with the quarrelers, and they're reasonably accurate. So, I mean, dwarves are very, very good at sieges, which makes sense because that's kind of what they do, I think, in the lore. Oh, these guys are killing my girl. Oh, these guys are stepping up. So I may have to come over here and deal with this because the lizardmen do not like us.
Horned One's realm weakens.
That's fine. We can get that up to tier 4. I mean, a benefit of getting that to tier 4 is we can get another Plague Priest and Engineer.
Clan rats enough.
We're going to get 2 once we complete this. That's enough for 2 armies, because you get 1, it's enabled, and you get 1 on the house, and then this is actually +1 for that, which is really nice. Okay, I think that's all good.
Musketeer watches.
Yes, this is a lot more chilling. This is a lot less fighting in the first 40 turns than there were in my the standard Queek campaign. That one, there was like a fight like every other turn or something. So it's not to say this isn't going to be a good campaign. It is. It's just a little bit more measured early on. It's a different style of campaign. We're fighting like pretty tough. Like, we're having to siege a lot more against tough adversaries, where we didn't have a lot of like super tough sieges early on. By the time we had some tough sieges, I was more developed tech-wise. It was mostly just a lot of running around, hunting down people who were backdooring me. So I guess it did take us a while to get out of that funk for different reasons. This one, I could have been out of this, and I could have already been on Carrot Cake Peaks if I wasn't being a punk over here and trying to be too cool for school without using all my resources. Try to make the campaign interesting. Which I guess I did succeed in that, hopefully. We'll see. But
Stay hidden.
so I'm gonna get Dwarf Gouger too. What are we against? We're against a bunch of dwarves. We can do both of these quest battles.
Queek. A magic stick.
Oh no, what do I need for this? What am I missing? Why? Oh. Oh. I have to go all the way through hallucinogens. Okay, so I have to get all of this crap. I missed that arrow. Sometimes I have a hard time reading. Missed that arrow. You know, that's fine though. 10 leadership on a siege is massive because that's the only time, honestly, I think we're going to lose. At least we might lose an open field battle, but if we lose another battle this campaign, it's probably going to be a siege. Charge bonus for rat ogres would be nice. We're not going to have this stuff for a while. Okay, volatile is good. For infantry, I wish this was also a part of like the plague claw catapults, but that's a different category. Okay. Now it's only for clan rats, which we don't have right now. All of our other major armies are probably going to be mostly clan rats though, for a while, because the Stormvermin are just going to be too expensive for what they are. As I explained before, you know, clan rats are kind of the backbone of your army. Queek is just a slight exception here because he's going to be fighting the hardest stuff on the front line, and he gets 50% off. So that makes Stormvermin obviously a bit more attractive. And he gets like huge upgrades for him. Extra chevrons and all that stuff, so... Maybe we just go monstrous here and just try to get... I think this is 5 turns. Yeah, because we're not going to have clan rats until we hire our second army, which is not going to be for a little bit, hopefully. Casualty replenishment is very nice, but getting that extra 15 charge bonus is pretty sweet. Okay, so it's not a question then. I was like, well, do we wait a couple of turns and finish that tech before we get our Plague Priest? The answer, no. Okay, so... I do want to wait a turn.
More head skulls. I, mighty warrior champion.
And do we want to fight them, or do we... I think we just chill. Like, why even risk it?
Need more trophies, yes.
Let's just chill and just get the heroes in 2 turns, and then just go fight them. I mean, there's no...
Mighty warrior champion.
Let's not get crazy here. Let's be appropriately gun-shy for, like, just 2 turns, just until we get our heroes online. Okay. So next turn we'll hire him, and then the turn after that... We could potentially get those sword and board Skaven too, instead of just always having the halberds. Maybe have a couple of halberds and mostly the sword and shield ones though.
Treaty deal, you seek.
Heck no, you're going down. Come at me if you want to, but otherwise get out of my face. You will die. They're just like, please don't come back at us. We know we got lucky. We killed you that one time. We know we got you because we have legendary leadership and just never break. We know you're gonna come back for vengeance, please. Don't do it. I got news for you, stunty. Oh no, they assassinated my engineer. Does he even come back? I'm not entirely sure that I get him back. Okay, I do get him back. Alright. Tech. 8 turns. Jesus. Okay, maybe not worth. I'm gonna have to get devious plans soon, I suppose. I mean, 10% infantry speed is good. Ambush is good. I mean, who knows? Maybe these Night Runners will be better than I think later on. There just aren't a lot of good upgrade. I'm not entirely sold. I do need to get them to get over to this stuff, though. This Storm Vermin upgrade and Death Runner upgrade. Like, this stuff's all really good. That's really sweet. It's just, you just have to waste however many turns. 12 turns getting to that. Okay, well, we're getting this first, I think. Whatever, let's just get that. No, we'll get this, and then we'll get that. We'll do it that way. Okay, so we're back in problems with food here.
Keep Gracious scum away.
Alright, so let's go ahead and hire our people. Okay, I guess that's what we get.
Plague priest.
For real? That stupid bonus engineer counts against me, and I can't even get rid of him right now. Okay, well, at least we can hire Sword and Board Skaven, right? These guys. So it's going to take, you know, an extra 3,600 gold to do it, but they're just going to be a lot more effective, I think. Well, hold on.
Pestilence come.
Yeah, we can't combine this turn. Alright, so we're going to have... We can hire one more total. Okay, so let's get rid of 3 of these.
Soon now.
We'll do it that way, and then we'll get the Plague Priest in there, and then we'll go fight a quest battle next turn. That's what we'll do. We might even fight 2. I don't know if we'll have enough time in this episode, but...
Warlord quick-headed.
Okay, so this is all good. Can't upgrade yet. Still a ways off on this one. So it'd be like 80 per turn. Maybe that makes sense to buy that. I am going to have to upgrade this all the way up to tier 5 at some point anyway, so I might as well. You start getting some extra bonuses, don't you? You just get plans within plans. We will need that eventually for tax. I mean, do we want to get rid of the obsidian and get one of these? Do I want warp fire throwers? I don't remember if they take 2 or 3 turns to hire. They might take 3, which would be awful. I hope they're just 2. We don't need the bombardiers. These are very nice against large units, dragons and things like that. They only have 12 ammo. They're not that great against non-large things. These guys, these Death Globe bombardiers are great, but they're tier 5. Warp fire throwers, good against savage orcs. Do I need it? Not necessarily. They're cute. They're fun. I don't think I need it. I could start leveling this up if I got rid of the obsidian. That would get me an assassin. I already have an assassin, though. That give me +1. It does. That would give me devious plans. I don't need these for anything right now. I mean, these with the 23 sling damage are okay, but they are very short range. That will give me access to death. Runners, these are extremely good and very good against dwarves because they cut the armor in half. So these are quite good. I feel like they used to have more than 30 weapon strength. Maybe they got nerfed. What does concealment bombs do? Okay, it gives stalk for how long? 67 seconds. They don't... Do they normally have stalk? I guess if you go out of combat, then you can do this and stalk again. It's very expensive to level that all the way up. I do need that for devious plans at some point. I do need that for volatile plans, which is something I'm interested in, actually. Because volatile plans don't have any other prereq. It's just menace from below. Maybe I do just go ahead and get some volatile plans here. How much am I making off of the obsidian? 120 gold. Yeah, let's just go ahead and get rid of the obsidian and start getting the volatile plans. Whoa, 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 whoa. No. Let's get rid of that. Grab this. We get warpstone throwers and poison one globadeers. Maybe just having like one of these, one of each, just to add a bit more like utility and a bit more fun to the army would be nice. And then that'll give us volatile plants. That'll give us something to do. Because we only have like maybe 20 turns worth of text left. Okay. So next turn we'll do that quest battle, and that'll probably be an episode. I'll have to see how much time we have left after that. The death globes are going to be great against like halberdier, like heavily armored halberdiers, because the rat ogres are going to have a really hard time with that. The death globes just crush armor. They have like this little like spread damage. It's not huge, but each little globe like spreads a little bit. So they have some decent AoE stuff. That could be pretty good against the lizardmen too. Actually, I might have to fight the lizardmen on the right, and those poison wind, the normal ones that get the huge against large bonus, are very good against like carnosaurs and stegodons, or whatever those things are called, like the huge dinosaurs. So those kinds of units are actually quite good against these guys, who look like they're gonna be a threat pretty soon.
8 beats is mine, mine. Keep Gracious.
Let's pop out. Now the question is, what do I want to do first?
The plague wind comes.
Which one do I want to do first? I think the warp shard. Dwarf Gouger is nice. It's going to be a lot of damage at killing dwarf lords, which is very good. Yeah. But I think we can do them both. But I think the warp armor... I'm trying to think of which one is easier to do. I think the warp armor, we're facing Skaven. This one is a bit harder. I think, because Skaven can pop up on my catapults. I think that's the better item. Let's go and do Dwarf Gouger. Yeah, let's go ahead and do Dwarf Gouger. Look at our vengeance. Oh, I forgot it's an ambush. Okay. We're so low on food. 31%. We cannot go below 0 to 20. Do I really want to use food here? I think we can do it with just 4. Let's just do it.
Not my fault.
So I wanted to do the easier one first, I think, because then I'll level up Queek and I can put more points and stuff, and then my other units will get, you know, chevrons and things like that. So my Rat Ogres had to start fresh again, which sucks. In the other campaign, I don't think Queek died. I think it was a secondary lord. So I kept almost the same Rat Ogres for the entire game, which is nice. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna be quiet.
Dwarf things. Look how they scurry to us on such little legs, racing to fight. We will give them battle. Yes.
Let's got a squad here.
Gouger and collect many beards this day.
This game's so great, dude. There's so many haters on this game.
No other rat must slay more than Mimi. Any who attempt to outkill Mimi will pay. Get them! Get them now!
Not so many, I guess, because, I mean, it did win Game of the Year. Like, a lot of people do like it.
Storm vermin! Hasten, hurry! Scurry, move! Plague priest! Where's the target? Storm vermin! Ready! At once! Plague claw catapult! On scurry, yes! What? Forward and backwards! Plague claw catapult! What orders? For the vermin tide! Storm vermin! Great kamikaze! Yes! Plague claw catapult! Charge! Murder kill! Storm vermin! Nasty things die! Attack!
Dang it. Get these things. I didn't even notice they were running past. Oh god. Get over here, shut these things up. Shut these things up quick.
Yes, yes. Form rat. Well. Die. Back up the rat. Attack. Charge. Our tile's yours. Move, move. Quick, Anacar. Ready, ready. Ready, ready. Fight, fight. Onward. This squirt. We have musk. Our tile's yours. Back underground. Die, die, die. Move, move. Rick-a-rock. Rock-a-tie. Assassin. Retreat, retreat.
Yeah, they're really focusing out.
Storm vermin.
Iron breakers take a while
Yes, yes.
to deal with here.
Stab, stab. Oh, Scotty, yes. Back underground. Blade priest. Retreat.
That really does not hurt dwarves at all. They have so much armor.
Yes, good.
Just get down here. Ignore those iron breakers.
Haste and hurry. Lethal catapult. Yes, yes. Stab, stab. Quick, quick, go.
Those iron breakers. Oh god, that burns. Deal with those.
Storm vermin. Yes, yes. Storm vermin. Guide us, Forge One. Ready, ready. Storm vermin.
Yeah, get out of there.
Ready, ready. Stop, go. For the vermin time. Green, green. Guide us onward. Storm vermin. Blade priest. Guide us.
I'm gonna get those storm vermin out of there so I don't friendly fire, but these play call catapults are about the only thing that'll kill those iron breakers. Alright, we got him. So they dinged up one of my play call catapults. They can probably deal with that. They did hurt some rat ogres.
Ready, ready.
Yeah, they're little flamethrower guys. The thing that I don't understand is how can you not use a flamethrower in melee combat? Like, that's what I don't get. It's like you have a flamethrower right there. Like, why can you not just, you know, catch stuff on fire when it's in your face?
They flee.
I don't know. I think that they should be able to use their flames in melee combat. I mean, maybe, you know, people could say that'd be overpowered or something. Like, they could lower the numbers on it. Like, I just think it's pretty dumb that they're super slow and that if something gets in their face, they can't use a flamethrower. Like, I understand bows, but I don't know, maybe logistically, you know, because it's like an old school fantasy flamethrower, they have to load it and with some kind of, I don't know. It just makes them underpowered, I think. Because they're just so conditional. It's like, okay, they can't be in melee combat. They have to have a straight line of sight. They have to be within a certain range. They have to be used against very specific types of units. Like, they're not great against armored units. It's just such a cool unit idea that just doesn't get done well enough, I don't think. Now, I do like the warp fire throwers are a little better because at least they're fast enough to flank. There's a lot of friendly fire, that's another if, so you need to be able to get a position where you're not going to hit your own people. So at least the Skaven are fast enough with their flamethrower squad to he's gonna make it out, that's fine. At least they're fast enough with their squad so that you can actually get around and flank with them. In theory. I think they cause, like, contamination or something, too. I think they buffed the dwarf version where that causes, like, burnt or something, so it does give a morale penalty. So if you flame somebody in the back, like, they're probably gonna run. I just feel like they should be good against things like the undead, right? Like, just swarms of zombies and skeletons and stuff like that. But in reality, they just get jumped on by, like, beaten up by, like, dogs, like tier 1, you know, hounds or bats or something like that. I just feel like that's kind of silly. Like, I mean, they killed, like, 4 units. This is a tier 4 unit. It takes 3 turns to hire. And it just does, like, virtually nothing. Against, like, it should be pretty good. Like, they were flaming rat ogres. Storm vermin. Storm vermin have high armor, though. But
Scurry away, things. Queek, merciful.
how much food did I got some good food there. Okay.
Eat the consume.
Hey, thanks for the sub. Appreciate it.
Feel power of head taker.
The Dwarf Gouger. I want respected and feared now, I think. That extra melee attack would be nice. That right there, the 6 melee attack's what I care about most. Then we can get over here and maybe get Whip Smart. It's missile resistance, leadership, and melee attack. For Storm Vermin. Once they get to level 7. Remember, they start level 4 now.
Clan victorious, thanks to me. Untrusted worm, poison after.
Let's go Gutter Fighter. Now, question is, do I just go straight into the Skaven fight, or do I think I need to take 1 turn to heal?
Should kill when get chance.
It sucks starting from scratch. Once I get, like, blessed with filth and Vermintide, though, that's once things start turning around a little bit. Oh, it's only 2 points in Vermintide? Did they nerf this? No? No, it's still really good. I thought it was at least 3 points, but I guess it's only 2 points. Okay.
Yes, yes. Queek always wins.
Yeah, we need to wait a turn just so they don't kill our catapult, I think. And let our rat ogres heal. I think it, once again, it'd be a little sketchy to fight 2 quest battles in 1 turn. I could probably do it, but we can wait a turn, replenish, move over here, fight the quest battle, and then go from there. Alright. Well, we can do a pestilence scheme. Now, I don't know what this plague does. Maybe it lowers their garrison or something. I don't know. It only is 1,000 gold. We'll wait until we start moving north and we'll hire one of those. I mean, maybe that's how you beat them in sieges. You use the earthquakes and you use the pestilence stuff, and that helps. I didn't use much of that at all in the main campaign, but like I said, my armies were a bit more advanced before I faced a
When
good.
I sit on my throne, you can be king.
Yeah, she's about to get punked. Oh yeah, I need to hire a weapons burrow, or get a weapons burrow here. Okay, and we don't need to recruit, so we can go ahead and switch this over to public order. Just stockpile some good public orders, so when we have to move, it'll be fine. Okay, diplomacy's fine. Alright, I think we're all good. We could go fight them. They are in ambush stance, unless we spot them. Okay, we see him. Oh, look on time. Okay, yeah, we're way over time. So we'll, next episode, we'll get back into it. We had a good fight there. I think we're going to go fight them first, obviously. And then, if we have enough gas in the tank, then we'll go fight the quest battle next turn, too. And then we'll start heading north, get our vengeance. And move on from there. So yeah, thank you very much. Have a good day, and I'll see you next time.